The NBA 2K21 demo is out now, and in this episode, we're jumping right in. Plus, we look back at our best 2K TV moments of 2K20. And first looks at what's coming up in my team for 2K21.
A view of the Atlanta skyline and all the action. And nothing tips up.
Well, guys, Kimball.
David Eves come a long way. Thank you. And now the opening lineup for Boston. Hayward at small forward, with Tatum at the 4. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. And it's Tice in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Hawks, Herter the 2 with Hunter at the 3. John Collins is out there with Clint Capella. And it's Young in at the 1 spot. Now, here's Tice. Inside, here's Tatum. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast. And the guys up front may determine, Brent, the outcome tonight. What elements make for a fantastic front court?
Well, nowadays it's about skilled front court players, guys who have the ability to not only shoot it, but also dribble handoff, make decisions with the basketball to help open up and spread up your offense for your guards and your quicker players to slash and find those gaps.
A very consistent three-point shooter. Hunter shoots it well from there because of how confident he is.
The Celtics working the ball around now. Good on the bucket.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
It's pretty clear that Collins is settling in to the strengths of his game.
And he jams it with authority.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
For Atlanta, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Here's Young. Rebounded by the Celtics. Their last encounter was in Boston.
Yeah, in that game, the offense was firing on all cylinders, partly because the other team's defense was a no-show.
Yeah, with the defense struggling like that, I think they just stayed with a healthy, consistent pace to get that win. Now their offense is rolling. A perfect start. 4 of 4 so far.
For 3. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Young knows his range to answer his opponent.
Here's Hayward. And Hayward with the stuff.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff. Right side, Collins. With the fadeaway. That shot off the mark. Now the Celtics take it the other way.
John Collins, an amazing young talent in this league. One of the best run and jump athletes that we have at that position. So fluid out there. Gets out in transition, and that's where this Hawks team can really show its young talent.
Here's Young. Here's Capella. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Now here's Hayward. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against the Bucks in Milwaukee.
And he also controlled the backboard as well. I mean, he really did a terrific job.
No good with the triple. And it's that quick second and third jump capability for Collins, Brent, that really stands out.
It makes you really tough to box out. You understand not only where your teammate's shot might miss, but your own shot on the inside. And John Collins can read where it's coming off the rim, get to the ball, get right back up and score.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Walker the pass to Tatum. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. And the pass to Hunter. Young with the ball. And Tatum over to help. Now here's Hunter. Capella kicks to Hunter. Young in the corner. And stolen by Tatum. Hayward with the ball. Guarded by Hunter. Back to Brown. To the middle. And stolen by Hunter. Here's Herter. He's covered by Brown. It's good.
You got to keep the ball moving, and that time Herter's pass leads to an open look.
Here's Brown, and he banks in the layup.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight, Kevin. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Here's Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
And how about the awareness Hunter possesses? Understands when one of his guys has an opportunity.
Now the Hawks moving it the other way. Pass to Herter. Back to Young. Over Hayward. Pulled the shot a little up, but the bounce goes his way. 8 points for Trae Young.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
And Hayward at the stop.
And they are very comfortable running their offense through Walker. And you can see why. Drops a sick dime right there. That pass was right on the money.
Now, here is Young. Here's Capella. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. That's now 8 points for Clint Capella.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Walker looking for an opening. Here's Tice, and Capella sends it back. Trae Young, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Atlanta. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Don't go. Gordon Hayward reunited with his college coach Brad Stevens. He said,
our relationship started when
and I'm sure, Greg, that relationship played a big role in Hayward deciding to join the Boston Celtics.
And not just a connection, but a respect. Hayward now a veteran in this league, while Stevens has moved into the conversation for one of the better young coaches in our league.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And what do you guys think about the Hawks here in this one?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack, as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the court for Atlanta, Carter is out there with Clint Capella. Then there's Teague. Then it's Dwayne Dedman. And it's Reddish in at the 2 spot. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. Well, the Hawks said they were going to be patient when they rebuilt their team, and they were going to do it through the draft, and they've stuck to that script. Now, Trae Young is probably the biggest name, but Atlanta's added a lot of great young talent the last 3 years. There's John Collins, Kevin Herter, and in 2019, the Hawks added 3 more good young players in the draft. DeAndre Hunter, Cam Reddish, and Bruno Fernando. Things are looking up in Atlanta.
I would think so, too. On paper, it looks good. We'll see if it materializes. D.A., thank you as always. Young's checked in for Teague. The Celtics also with a sub. Williams is checked in. Here's Smart. No good from outside. For Boston, they come into this one following a loss to the Bucks. And the Celtics rebounding well this summer. From the loss of Kyrie Irving and Al Horford, Kemba Walker possibly a better fit for this team.
And with their young core, understandable that they didn't want to extend Horford out to age 37. A revamped roster, but I think they remain a contender in the East.
Here's Young. He's coming off a 31-point game against New York. From deep, an absolute bomb from 3-point range. Reddish has got 5 points now this quarter. Here's Tatum, and slam dunk by Tatum.
An explosive player who has no problem finishing above the rim. Tatum does damage inside.
Here's Young. It's not going to go for him. Good D by Williams. Here's Smart. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Smart's got his second bucket tonight.
For a guy who's still working on his range, love to see Smart attacking on the interior.
The Hawks leading by 6. To the wing on the left. Edmond passes to Young. And Tatum pulls it down.
Well, after getting off to a great start, hitting those first 2 shots, he's definitely regressed a little bit in this quarter.
Williams with a clean look. Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession. And a quick look at how Atlanta's schedule shaping up. On Saturday, they'll take on Kevin Love and the Cleveland Cavaliers. And then on Monday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans.
And for that Thunder game, they'll need to be at their best for this contest. Anything short of excellence, and they'll be in for a rough ride.
And the Celtics making a change here. Brown's checked in. And, of course, there's no questioning Cam Reddish's talent level. Greg, he has a high ceiling.
Yeah, I mean, great size, length, the fluidity as an athlete. He can make an impact at both ends of the floor, shoots the three well for a young player, and you love his ability to match up really 1 through 5.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. John Collins, he's checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. Kevin Huerter comes in for Vince Carter. Young is subbed in for Bembry.
Like the defensive effort from Young there. He gave it all and was rewarded with the miss.
With a step back. Rebound Boston. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks. It's Williams with the drive. Missed inside.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
Collins kicks to Reddish. Takes the three. Atlanta again missing. Celtics trail by 7. Brown the pass to Smart. Atlanta with the rebound. Huerter's got his 4th rebound in this one. Young from outside. Offensive rebound. Fernando. Young outside. Second chance shot. Fernando. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Hawks lead by 9.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Brown kicks to Williams. Celtics passing it around. Smart dishes to Williams. 4 on the clock. The Celtics need to get a shot off, and the shot goes down.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Fernando, the pass to Young. Here's Huerter, guarded by Walker. Huerter, no good.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him, and that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
Back to Smart. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Walker's got 4 assists in the game.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Here's Young. That one goes in. Young's got 10.
Great to watch Trae Young set plays up on a nightly basis.
And so we conclude the first half. Hawks lead by 7. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, good to see you back. Trae Young was the story in the first quarter. He had 10 points, 2 assists, and 1 steal. And that does it for our halftime.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books.
And coming from a background with player development for head coach Lloyd Pierce.
Well, I think he's great at just being a cheerleader and a confidence builder for this young team. I believe that to be a good fit here in Atlanta. He brings a great hands-on approach, and very, very important for him to think about player development as these young guys grow together.
Second half underway. Here's who Brad Stevens got on the floor. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. And it's Tice in at center, locking down the middle. Out to Hayward. The tray. Sinks the triple. Hayward's got the first basket of the second half. That one for the Celtics.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, as good as he is offensively, the challenge for Trae Young as the years go on here is to stand up defensively and shut down whoever he's guarding. Small and slender. If he can become just a little bit above average on that floor, that's a huge win for the entire team.
And he said he's eager to change the narrative about his defensive shortcomings. But, Brent, what does Trae Young need to do to improve there?
Well, I think he has to look at the approach that Steph Curry had. You remember with the Warriors, a lot of questions about Steph not being able to guard his position and shifting off with play. But Trae's got to accept that challenge as much as he's trying to lead this team offensively. If he can show defensively he can be consistent, that's going to go a long way for these young Hawks.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Kevin, when Trae Young was in college, he was known for his long-range shooting. But Young says, the people who know me best know that I'd rather get an assist than any other stat. I pride myself on making the right play. Knowing your teammates get joy and excitement from playing with you is all I care about. Kevin?
That's great to see. Thank you, D.A. Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Capella. Carter comes in for Collins. Andre Bembry's checked in for Kevin Huerter. And it's Teague in for Trae Young. And then for Boston, Cantor checked in for Jason Tatum. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Walker.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Dedmon kicks to Teague. And finished off by Carter.
That's the kind of work you want your point guard to do. Sensational ball movement by Jeff Teague there to set up his man.
Here's Wanamaker, and the layup is good.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
The Hawks leading by 4. And Teague, here we go. Count it. Teague's got 7 points. Brent, when it comes to moving around in tight quarters without a lot of space, who's the quickest player that you have seen in a half-court set this year?
Still remarkable to watch where it is that Kyrie Irving can get to on the floor in any sort of possession. It's like he could take, 50 dribbles in a phone booth and find a way out of it, spinning around and finding gaps within the defense. But it's not his handle with just the one hand, right, Kevin? It's that he has an idea of, after he does the moves around the traffic, when he gets into the basket, multiple ways of finishing, much like Rod Strickland, who's a tremendous finisher in his days years and years ago. Kyrie's got a lot of that in his game.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration, a turnover, and an easy bucket in transition.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Wanamaker makes it off the glass. Wanamaker's got 4 this quarter.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Here's Teague, and it's blocked. And it's sent back by Carter. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Celtics trail by 7. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Cantor, and Cantor throws it down.
Well, Cantor with a hustle play there, making more of an effort to beat the defense down the floor in transition.
Poked loose. Dedmon dishes to Teague. Here's the 3. It's good from long range. He's got 10.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on it.
They've worked hard to get this lead. Can't start giving up easy slams all of a sudden.
Yeah, GA, that's right. And that was easy. Gift wrap for him.
So much talk about 48 minutes. The team with the lead letting its guard down now.
Hayward goes in. Brown the pass to Cantor. Here's Wanamaker. And there's the rebound by Dedmon.
Yeah, better than giving up the layup. You want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. Maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And the Celtics making a change here. Robert Williams is checked in for Cantor. Jason Tatum comes in for Gordon Hayward. Smart's checked in for Brad. And it's Kemba Walker in for Brad Wanamaker.
Well, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
And the shot goes in. Now just a 2-point Atlanta lead.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
And here's Young from the arc. That shot is off. That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. Hawks ahead, up by 2. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, anytime a guy's in the post and the teammates know he's unselfish, great player movement can create an opportunity just like that.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. On the wings, Herter and Reddish. Then it's Collins, then it's Young, and it's Fernando in at the center position. So that's the Hawks 5. Here's Young. Shooting foul. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Gordon Hayward's checked in for Boston. And Hayward at the stop.
And this is where Smart has really improved. The game's slowed down for him. He's playing under better control. Nice pass.
And foul on the shot. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
I was able to listen in on Lloyd Pierce talking with his team. He said, I love how we're shooting the basketball. You guys have been locked in from 3. Just keep taking makeable shots. If you don't have it, pass it to the guy who does. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Boston leading by 4. Out to Hayward. Puts up a 3. Collins grabs the miss.
I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
They call him Red Velvet. Kevin Huerter, out of the University of Maryland, proved he can stripe it from day one.
The first free throw is good. And Greg Herter, the 19th pick back in 2018, sweet touch and at 6'7". Good size at the shooting guard position.
And the Hawks general manager, Travis Schlenk, coming from the Warriors with Trae Young and Kevin Herter. The Hawks hoping they have a kind of Splash Brothers East.
Young from outside, and Boston with the rebound. Williams has got rebound number 5 here tonight.
He had 6 points from long range in the first half, but nothing's fallen here since.
Walker finds Smart. Tatum on the wing. He's guarded by Collins. Tatum's shot is off.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
And Kemba Walker is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Cantor checked in for the Celtics. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. It goes on Jason Tatum.
Someone's open. Trae Young scanning and finds him.
And the free throw is good, now leading by 1. The Celtics have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Count it, 8 points for Walker.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Takes it from 10. They get it again. The putback, can't get the putback. And so it's Hayward with it. He'll bring it up for Boston. Here's Smart. Tips it up. Tries yet again. Pass to Tatum. And Walker kicks to Hayward. Shot clock at 6. Outside, Smart. In the corner. Tatum with it. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Smart's got 4 assists now tonight.
And Tatum's experience in these spots is starting to show. He's never been afraid to take the biggest shots.
That's it, and the Celtic lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Young.
That is why Trae Young has the ball.
Here's Hayward. That's good. He's 5 for 9. Atlanta's gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17. Here's Young. Over in the corner, Reddish. Plenty of room to knock down the shot. Reddish has got 5 points now in the quarter. Tatum finds Smart. Here's Hayward. The bucket is good. He'll have a chance for one more. It's going to be on Cam Reddish.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
Hunter's checked in for Reddish. And a change for the Celtics. Daniel Tice is checked in for Enes Kanter. On its way from Young for 2. And too long on the shot.
I know it's about defending the post and the three-point line these days, but still got to be active in the mid-range area, and the defense gets away with one there.
Now here's Smart. Tight defense on him. Young with the steal. Here's the break. Launches it. Yes! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
That is world class.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
And as a wing player, Hayward's just so good at attacking the basket. I think that's a big part of what makes him special. Doesn't take much of an opening for Hayward to make his move.
Here's Young. It's deflected. Now the fast break. Tatum with the ball. Here's Hayward. Celtics passing it around. Back to Tice.
Can't waste any time here.
Well, it's probably a little bit too late here, but you really need to score a bucket here to stay alive.
Capella kicks to Young. Again, Young missing. Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively.
From downtown, count it! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
It's in. Trae Young comes up huge this time, looking like the go-to guy.
Walker with a clean look. And so it's Boston scraping by with the win. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really?
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
The NBA 2K21 demo is here. And in the demo, you can get a head start on your My Career by jumping in and trying out the My Player Builder. To start off,
and with tip-off, well, they dotted every I and crossed every T. David, thank you. Let's quickly take a look at the standings out east. The season nearly complete. You look at the Celtics. Unless they completely melt down, they should be in good position for a playoff run.
And you know, for the Celtics, they must have reached every goal they set for themselves this season. For them to be this high in the standings this late in the season, what an accomplishment.
Yeah, Greg, and early in the year, maybe they were catching some teams by surprise, but now everybody knows how strong they are, and they're still rolling around.
So let's take a look at the Boston Celtics starting lineup. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. And it's Tice in at the 5. And for the Warriors, Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Green is out there with Chris, and it's Wiggins in at the 3 spot. Now Thompson, after Jason Tatum missed on that last 3. Oh, wow!
Nice! That's a feat that Green makes look way easier than it is. You gotta have amazing vision to make that pass.
And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. And Chris throws it down.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
Yeah, going defense to offense in an instant. Every team now calibrated to do that.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Creating the turnover, jump-starting the fast break, things Draymond does very well. Yeah, fans around the league love to hate Draymond Green for how outspoken he is, but I honestly believe the hate fuels Green. He loves to play the bad guy.
Now here's Curry after Gordon Hayward's miss, and the basket by Curry.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Walker finds Tatum. It's stolen by Green. Wiggins with it. Now Chris. He's coming off a 10-point game against Brooklyn.
And not only that, I mean, if you think about it, he dominated the boards. His energy was incredible. He never stopped working.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
The kick out to Brown. Right side to Walker, to the paint. Here's Tice. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one on Thompson. And see, Webb, as you were talking about with Draymond Green, you know, he's embraced the role in the past of villain in the NBA. But he said during the playoffs last year he wants to change his ways.
Yeah, right. We'll see. Draymond will irk opposing players and fans alike. But that's just the part of what makes him so effective. I mean, he's the ultimate example of a player who you love when he's on your team and you hate when he's not.
And they're able to recover. And here's Tatum for 3. It's tipped. Brown the pass to Tice. And it's good. 2 points.
Oh, what incredible precision. Brown cutting the D to pieces with his pass.
To the left wing. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. There's always at least one joker on every roster. Who was the funniest guy, Chris, you ever played alongside?
Oh, man, by far is Jay Will. Jay Will, White Chocolate, he was the funniest before the game, after the game, during the game. He would, you know, it'd be a bad call by a ref or something. He'd say something to the ref would laugh and pat him on the butt. I mean, he was, he's a funny guy. He's somewhere right now telling jokes, having somebody laugh and fall out on the floor. It was just his personality, a hard worker, but he definitely was the joker on the court.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Well, you think defensively that you try to pack in the lane. I mean, but that opens up some opportunities for their shooters.
And that one's good. Wiggins.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Brown finds Canner. Celtics passing it around. Williams passes to Smart. Fires the three. Boston again missing. Warriors leading by 16. And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way. Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for Cantor.
It's a concerning trend for him. Whether he's lost some strength or just isn't putting in as much effort on the glass as he used to, he's not rebounding nearly as effectively anymore. And that's something that needs to change.
Now Smart following the three-point attempt by Andrew Wiggins. Pass to Wanamaker. Lets it go from deep. And no good. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. Wiggins against Smart. And it's Wiggins missing. Celtics trail by 16. 7-second difference. Shot and game clock. Brown. Good.
The body and agility, rare considering Brown's size. That's why he's always been such an intriguing prospect.
And Cantor pulls it down.
And you know, you can see in his eyes, he knows that is not a dunk he should have missed. And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. The Warriors have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. So he gets them both. We've got 13 seconds left in the first. Here's Wanamaker. And a miss there off the inbound. And here we go. Fast break. Wiggins has got it. 4 seconds left.
Oh, see that? Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, they've been very aggressive, and they've taken early control of this game.
So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. Warriors lead by 6. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And for the Warriors, this has been the game they wanted to have.
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
On the court for the Celtics, second quarter underway. Smart and Brown outside on the wings. Enes Kanter is out there with Williams. And it's Wanamaker in at the 5. He's covered by Brown. 6 to shoot. Wiggins outside. Warriors getting another chance here. Here's Looney. And finally they hit one.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Celtics trail by 18.
And some teams have fancy dinners, guest speakers, and field trips. I mean, the Celtics culture is more straightforward. It's all about the work.
Smart passes to Brown. Taken away. Now the Warriors moving it up. Wiggins with the ball.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into easy points.
And that work ethic, the core of the Celtics' values, are written on a big placard on their locker room wall.
Yeah, it emphasizes unselfishness, execution, toughness, and hustle. Those are the values of their team.
Chris, he's checked in for the Warriors. Stephen Curry comes in for Andrew Wiggins. And a change for the Celtics. Hayward's checked in. And the Warriors miss again. Celtics trail by 18. Smart passes to Williams. And it's Williams finishing it off.
Oh, nice look there from Smart, finding the open man.
Outside Curry. Three-pointer. Bangs home the trifecta. Curry's got 6 points.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
Oh, I do too, Greg. You have to go to your best scorers. I mean, it's a smart strategy, and so far, it's paying off in this game.
Shot from 6. And there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
Oh, it's all about the assist on that play. He puts it in the perfect spot.
Back to Williams. Up top, Canner, covered by Chris. Stolen away. And here we go. Warriors running again. Golden State moving the ball around. Back to Curry. Shoots the three. Rebound by Williams.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Well, everyone has already agreed that Curry is a generational talent and one of the greatest shooters of all time. I mean, at this point, he is just climbing up the all-time list in NBA history. I mean, it's a robust resume. Good anticipation on the feed. He knows exactly where to go with that ball.
The pass to Poole. Stolen by Smart. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
So Boston going with almost an entire new grouping. Daniel Tice is checked in for Cantor. Williams comes in for Robert Williams. Tatum, he's checked in for Gordon Hayward. And Walker subbed in for Brad Wanamaker. And with Curry, the titles, the unanimous MVPs, Chris, it's hard to argue he's not one of the best ever.
Yeah, Kevin, what stands out to me is just how much he's changed the game. I mean, when you alter how teams approach the game and how kids practice at home, he's made the three just as big as the dunk.
And up the court come the Warriors on the break. The big dunk at the end of the break.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Thompson finds Curry. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 3 assists tonight.
He's got 6 points from beyond the arc in this quarter. I mean, for the game, he's got 9 points from deep.
The kick out to Tatum. Back to Smart. Outside, Walker. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Smart. Outside, Tatum. Here's Tice. Draymond Green with the rebound.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Pascal's shot is off.
And one thing I liked in the first quarter was their aggressiveness to draw the contact, putting the defense on the defensive.
And so Green will bring it up for Golden State. Last meeting was in Boston, where they were unable to fight off the Celtics.
Well, if they want to avoid the outcome of that first meeting, they'll need to be stronger on the glass. They were completely outmatched in the last one.
They needed more fire and intensity tonight. Even if they don't win the battle of the boards, they have to put up a fight.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
We're just trying to prevent the opposition from getting comfortable. Next time, that one might get picked.
Curry outside. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's the Golden State Warriors sitting on a 21-point lead to end the quarter. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter suit.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. It was all about Golden State as the game got going. They had intensity in their eyes and fire in their belly. And that'll...
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Curry with a strong contribution so far in this one.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
Yeah, Greg, this game has his fingerprints all over it. Now looking to replicate what he did in the first half.
Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Green is out there with Wiggins, and it's Chris in at the center, locking down the middle. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Here's Thompson. Wiggins outside. Green kicks to Curry. Here's Thompson. Goes back up. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Thompson's got 5 now. Chris, you have been passionate about honoring those who blaze the trail for today's NBA, like the Globetrotters and the Wrens in the days before integration.
Yeah. I mean, you think about what they've gone through off the court and on the court, and anyone, regardless of color, nationality, of just paving the way for me as a basketball player. I want to say thank you. Let's just think about what Red Auerbach did. Drafting the first African-American player, making the first African-American player coach in Bill Russell, who won the championship that year, and leaving him a good team. And if you look at organizations like the Black Fives, who bring an awareness to the games, and you just want to understand your legacy culturally, and that's why I have to, every time I see Mr. Bill Russell, Big O, or Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, I give them a big hug and a wet kiss on the cheek, because I just thank them for not only advancing the movement in sports, but culturally. Sports has always sent a message to the culture and society about how cool teammates work together and how you can overcome a problem by working together. And so I really thank them for enduring all of the hardships that they did so that we can reap the benefits. So it's been awesome to be part of the league and be able to shake hands with those that have blazed trails for us.
That is so admirable on your part. So both teams making some changes here. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Curry kicks to Thompson. From deep three-point range, the long-distance three is buried. 8 points for him.
Perfect shooting form. Something Thompson's known for. I mean, when he's hitting the open shot, he operates at another level. He is a fantastic athlete for a power forward. Whatever he lacks in height, he makes up for with hops.
And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Celtics trail by 21. Well, going into the summer, Klay Thompson had said he wanted to stay with the Warriors. But Chris also said that he deserved a max contract.
Yeah, and if you look at Klay's resume, it's hard to argue that he isn't worth that amount. Let's remember what he's done for this team. The shooting he provides, the defense, the championships, he's earned what he was given.
Cantor, the pass to Walker. Shoots over Curry, and it's Boston with another.
And you can sense the urgency from them now. They were flat in that first half, but they've come out here in the second and been much more aggressive offensively.
1:49 left to play in the third. Golden State moving the ball around. Yep, that one goes in there. That's 10 points for Klay Thompson.
And the quick trigger on full display. Thompson needs only a little breathing room to fire.
Here's Walker. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat. But when you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Yeah. Horrible effort. It appears they may be on the brink of giving up. The movement off the ball is good. I mean, and the pass to hit him in stride is even better.
And slam dunk by Tatum.
That is prime time point guard play. A sensational find by Walker to set up the easy bucket.
13 feet away. It's Curry. That time on the assist by Thompson. Thompson's got his fourth assist with that last one here tonight. And here's Walker outside. Connects from three-point range. Walker's got 8 points here in this quarter. Here's Pascal. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, easy call.
The Warriors shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. He misses the free throw.
Well, Kevin, this Warriors team, they just have a wealth of stars. Nothing can equal the roster from last season, though. But they legitimately had an all-star at every position for a bit.
Kevon Looney is checked in for Golden State. And then for Boston. Daniel Tice is checked in for Cantor. Williams comes in for Williams. And Smart subbed in for Brad Wanamaker. It's Curry outside. The shot comes out. Now the Celtics take it the other way.
They haven't needed him as much as I thought they would tonight.
Walker the pass to Smart. Here's Tatum. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, the footwork, the positioning. Tatum's a difficult cover inside.
Boston shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for, around 80% on the season.
Jacks up a 3. Thompson misses. And now in transition, here's Williams. Here we go. Here's Tice. Got a hand on it. And here at the end of the 3rd quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. The Warriors on top, leading by 17. Don't go anywhere, folks. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
I mean, well, if you're the coaching staff, I mean, you're pumped up. This highlight will not only make it on the TV, it'll make it into the film session tomorrow.
And with the 4th quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Our 4th quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. On the court for the Celtics, Brown and Hayward, they're the wings. Williams is out there with Daniel Tice. And it's Smart in at the 1.
With great physical and athletic tools, Brown's adept at pushing past contact.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
And he makes the first. What do you think about some of the most powerful dunks, Chris? The tomahawk jam reigning supreme. Do you prefer the one-handed or the two-handed jam?
Oh, man.
You did both so well.
You know what? I prefer a body-to-body dunk on you. Like, you would put it posted over back in the day. Oh, my goodness. Off the 2. Or how about Jordan playing against Atlanta when he pump fakes him with one hand like he's going to shoot it, goes down the lane and dunks on Tree Rollins. Just incredible. Or Blake Griffin dunking on anyone. Or Giannis dunking on anyone. Or Embiid dunking on anyone. Or how about LeBron dunking on anyone? So, me, I just want the showmanship. Doesn't matter if it's one hand, 2 hands, 2 legs, 1 leg, 360, or straight body to body. Just give me something. Yeah. Give me something.
I like that. And it's Smart with the ball for Boston. It's an 18-point game. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. That game is the first and last of their homestand.
Another one from Tatum. I mean, boy, this kid, he's cooking at the offensive end.
And Green is right there.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Picked off in midair. Wiggins passes to Chris. Curry outside. They grab their own miss. Kicks it out to Wiggins. From deep. Curry can't get it to go. Celtics trail by 18. Nice ball movement by Boston. Here's Tatum. Great D that time from Green.
Oh, he found the open space from mid-range. Just maybe rush his release a little bit.
Klay Thompson, he's checked in for the Warriors. Walker's checked in for the Celtics. Thompson for 3. Nailed from three-point land. Thompson's got 10 points here in the second half.
And the three-pointers is becoming a weapon for him. You can see it. I mean, this is the second of this half, 3rd overall. And that would have been a big 3 if he drained it, answering back to the triple at the other end.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
That's one of the few mistakes they've made tonight. They've limited turnovers. That's helped them grow this lead and keep it.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th. And it's Walker penetrating. Stolen by Thompson. On the wing, Thompson. Chris, the other day, Adam Silver has been talking about how the All-Star game, that system, is not working. He's been proactive in considering alternatives. What do you think?
Well, I love what he's done already. Let's think about the All-Star game in 2019. Letting guys pick their players like old school on the park. I mean, that adds a little bit of ego, and that's what you want because we want competition. We want guys that like each other, don't like each other, that are playing against each other, that we're in the finals against each other. We want all that competition, all that mental game that goes into it. And so I love the fact that he's outspoken, that he's definitely ahead of the problem. But I think he did a great job by letting players pick their teammates, because that already causes a little in-team drama that we'll see play out on the floor with how hard guys are playing.
Pass to Bowman. Kicks it to Lee.
You know what? You've got to always be in control of your emotions.
And he can't get the first one. With more star players changing teams, the word tampering comes up, Chris. Is the league striking the right balance on enforcement?
Oh, yes. And, you know, Commissioner Silver, he knows all the tricks. He doesn't want it to be a police state, but he knows a wink from a wink.
Right,
you know
yes.
what I mean? So you got to draw some lines. But, again, how do you stop it? I mean, you know, if I'm playing on the Lakers and I say, wow, you know, I think Anthony Davis has the best eyebrows in the world. You know, you got to let me say that. And, you know, if that's recruiting, it's recruiting. So it's a fine line. And hopefully the players have some fun with it. And hopefully Commissioner Silver does his best to police it while everyone at the same time is working through with integrity.
That one's not going to go. Now Boston takes it the other way.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Warriors.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And for the year now, they'll be tallying their 16th win.
Well, at least they're going to salvage a game from the season series after losing the first two.
And one of the league's top talents, game in and game out. And doing it here again in this one. A terrific night for Steph Curry.
You can do a lot to change a game other than scoring, and it was his quick hands on the defensive end that put them in the driver's seat.
Edwards with it, and Curry picks him up defensively. And with a likely return. And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on. And with all their rangy wing defenders, the Celtics are well suited for the modern game.
Oh, yeah, they make it tough for opponents to get clean looks on the perimeter, GA, with their defense. I mean, it's a strong defensive team also because of the competitors that they possess.
Drops in the tray.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
You know they are, sure. I mean, come on, the finish line is in sight. All they have to do is play it smart.
And you can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, how they ended this one is much different than how they started it. And that's a shame.
Hits the three-point bomb.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Oh, Greg, that's the dagger. You could tell they wanted that one. I know that seals the deal.
Green kicks to Williams. Just 5 on the clock. Boston needs to get off a shot. Williams passes to Green. And a miss there on the triple. Curry from deep three-point land. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. It was a tale of two teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is...
Once you pick your jumper, it's time to join the Clippers and test your build in a game against the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yes, and it's my player picking up the assist.
And if you're not feeling one of your builds, you have the ability to make 6 total builds and play 1 test game for each one. In the NBA 2K21 demo, you can...
A sharp and confident-looking Raptors team coming down the tunnel earlier. We'll see if they're confident.
Guys,
I love his honesty. All right, thank you, D.A. And here's a look at some numbers for Powell.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different score than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
So let's take a look at the Boston Celtics starting lineup. Brown and Hayward, they're the wing. Daniel Tice out there with Jason Tatum. And it's Walker in at point guard. And for Toronto, Siakam and Ibaka, the duo down low. Lowry out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Anunoby in at the 3. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. 2 good rebounding teams here tonight, Steve. They rely on second chance points.
Yeah, great offensive rebounding teams and teams that can put up second chance opportunities. They control the pace by hitting the glass. So interesting to see who wins that battle.
And Steve, if nothing else, just more shots, right?
Yes.
They'll just take more FGAs.
More possessions.
Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Pass to Ibaka. And Toronto turns it over again. And Walker kicks to Tatum. Back to Walker. Hayward left side. To the inside. Sweet move. Rebound by the Raptors. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
It seems odd to say, given that they won that pretty easily, but really they did not look especially strong in that game.
They were really fortunate to come away with that victory. It wasn't their finest game, but hopefully they'll be better here in this one.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Walker with it. Lowry picks him up. Passes it to Tice. Ibaka comes with the double team. Tice kicks to Walker. And the 3 off target. And so Ibaka will bring it up for the Raptors. Nothing yet up on the scoreboard for them. And a wide open look for Siakam. And again, Toronto no luck. The Celtics have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And here's Brown outside. Serge Ibaka with the rebound. The Raptors have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Here's Anunoby. In the corner, it's VanVleet. Here's Siakam. Buried from 15 feet out.
And the Raptors took some heat for parting ways with reigning Coach of the Year, Dwayne Casey. But his successor, Nick Nurse, guided this franchise to an NBA title.
Tremendous self-belief and determination. The only NBA head coach who was also a head coach in college, the G League, and overseas. He's been preparing for this for a long time. This is the modern-day big. Siakam can stretch you out and can hurt you right at the rim.
VanVleet finds Ibaka. Here's Siakam. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And the most improved player in the league last season, Pascal Siakam, got better in every statistical category.
A new group in now for the Raptors. Marc Gasol's checked in for Ibaka. Andre Hollis-Jefferson comes in for OG Anunoby. Powell, he's checked in for Fred VanVleet. Davis is subbed in for Kyle Lowry.
Such a fluid mover off the bounce. Siakam gets to his spot before the defense can react.
And it's those diamond-in-the-rough players that so often elevate the top teams. And, Greg, that's what the Raptors found in Pascal Siakam.
No doubt. The 27th pick back in 2016. Now a full-time starter on a rookie contract, just over $2 million this season. He is due for a big raise.
Wanamaker looking over the floor. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Davis. That is his first foul of the game. And Toronto making a change here. Boucher is checked in. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Smart passes to Williams. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Williams has got 5.
And this is where Smart has really improved. The game's slowed down for him. He's playing under better control. Nice pass.
There's Hollis Jefferson. Toronto gets it back with a new 14. Shots good by Boucher.
And the D getting out work there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
For some reason, blocking out has become a lost art, and that's the result you'll get. One sign of a great playmaker, hitting his man in stride.
It's Powell on the wing. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Hollis Jefferson with the rebound. And there's the foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. That is his first foul of the game. Robert Williams, he's checked in for the Celtics. At the elbow, it's Gasol. Outside for Davis. In the corner, Powell with it. Pass to Boucher. Over Williams. Shots good by Boucher. Boucher's got his second basket of the night. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Stolen. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That's on Jaylen Brown. Toronto shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. And the Celtics making a change here. And he makes both free throws. 9 seconds left to play in the first. Tatum drives in. And the shot goes in.
And Tatum is clever when he's in attack mode. Great at beating defenders to the basket.
Here's Hollis Jefferson. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. It's stolen by Davis. Pascal Siakam getting it done for the Toronto Raptors. He notched 8 points in the quarter and had... And let's listen to Pascal Siakam talking about the work.
You come in every day. Guys in the gym
And Greg, when everyone is working hard, it builds a chemistry.
And a culture. Kevin, winning teams all have it. It's not enough to be here. You want to win.
And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And guys, what's your take on Toronto so far?
Throughout that first, they just were aggressive on the defensive end, showing active hands.
And they took advantage of some careless ball handling, some careless passing. You have to be more careful around these guys.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the floor for Boston. Williams is out there with Enes Kanter. Then it's Tatum. Then it's Marcus Smart. And it's Wanamaker in at the point.
The Toronto Raptors are an elite defensive group. Reasons why: they're long, they're smart, and they're experienced.
Anunoby, he's checked in for Toronto. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Boston. And so it's Williams who brings it up for the Celtics. They trail by 1. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. When you talk about the defensive IQ, Smitty, for the Raptors, where does that reveal itself?
For me, Kevin, their rotations. They are able to send help, double teams, and still recover and get out to shooters.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Both teams putting forth their best efforts right now. This is the kind of game fans pay to see.
And the call will be against Brad Wanamaker. That is his first foul of the game. The Celtics making a switch here. Walker's checked in. Here's Siakam. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. And a chance now to look at the schedule for the Raptors. On Saturday, they'll be playing against Blake Griffin and the Detroit Pistons. Then on Monday, they'll take on Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors.
And for the matchup with the Sixers, this is a game that they are expected to win, but
Sometimes those are the kind of games where you get a little bit sloppy and start looking ahead. Either way, they'll need to put in tremendous effort to walk away with the victory.
When you look at the luxury tax structure, Smitty, it's now more expensive than ever to maintain a championship contending roster.
Yeah, it is, and I think it's a choice of a lot of these organizations. Some owners they want to do it, some don't. But I think if you want to win a championship, you're going to have to open up your checkbook. The uncanny ability to time the tip in. He does this night in and night out.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Kyle Lowry is hard-nosed, as we all know, and if you ask him, it comes from his upbringing in Philadelphia. Lowry said, "A Philly player is what a basketball player is. We played on concrete. You got to be mentally tough. You're not trying to be athletic. You get hit the wrong way, you run into a metal pole." Kevin, that's what made him, from Philly to Villanova to Toronto to an NBA champion.
I don't know about running into the metal pole, but that sounds painful. But he's certainly as tough as he can be. David, thank you. Siakam, good. And now just a 2-point Boston lead.
You know, he's able to shoulder more and more of the load offensively. Siakam's star continues to rise.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
But the truth is, those type of plays are going to happen. You just have to regroup mentally and get back to work.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Kept alive, Williams. For three, Hayward. No good. He's off to a slow start. 1 for 4 so far. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Robert Williams. That's his first foul. And the Raptors with some changes. Hollis Jefferson comes in for OG Anunoby. Davis is subbed in for Kyle Lowry. Then for the Celtics, Daniel Tice is checked in for Robert Williams. Williams comes in for Gordon Hayward. And it's Brown in for Marcus Smart. And here's Brown outside. Good on the three-point shot. Brown's got his first 3 points of the game.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Ibaka finds Davis. Now, here's Siakam. He's covered by Brown. And there's the pass to Hollis Jefferson. Here's Siakam. Hold on!
You got to buckle up on that one. You know, he's known as a lunch pail guy. Siakam showing the crowd a little extra that time.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And only 6 feet tall in shoes, Fred VanVleet's not the biggest, but his toughness, his toughness, mentally and physically, is unquestioned.
And Kevin, growing up in Rockford, Illinois, gave him that perspective. Friends and family gone too soon. Basketball was the path to something better.
The Celtics making a switch here. Wanamaker's checked in. Out to the wing. Williams with a clean look. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
The defense decides to gamble off him, and he cashes in.
Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. And finished off by Gasol.
Marc Gasol probably never won any dunk contest, but he can still put you on a poster.
The shot. Williams can't get it to go. Raptors trail by 3. VanVleet with it. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. Williams passes to Wanamaker. Tice kicks to Walker, and Fred VanVleet is going to pick up a foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Man, it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Raptors ball. Eight seconds left now here in the second. Here's Boucher, and again it's Toronto converting. Guys, 7 times the lead has changed hands here now.
Yeah, and that number should easily top double figures before it's over.
And so it's tied as we head to halftime. It's time now to go courtside. Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. The first half was all about Pascal Siakam. He had 18 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 steal.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Pascal Siakam, guys, really making a difference here.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slot. Ed Van Vliet out there with Lowry, and it's Ibaka in at the 5 down low. That's Nick Nurse's 5 as we get into the second half. Here's Van Vliet, and the Raptors hit again from deep.
Beautiful ball movement. Draw and kick. The defense can't catch up.
And Walker kicks to Brown. From deep three-point range, that shot no good. And it's the Raptors taking it the other way. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. And that will be the middle game of this 3-game homestand. That's tipped. They recover it. He gets it in there.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
They double-team Walker, and the shot is good. The Raptor lead has been cut down to 3 points on the bucket from Tatum.
A guy who has lived up to lofty expectations. Tatum impacts the game across the board.
Ibaka, the pass to Siakam. Yep, it counts. Siakam's got 20.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Hayward finds Tatum. Takes a 3. Buries the long-range jumper.
A terrific shooter with the range and confidence required to be successful. Tatum loves to let it rip.
Anunoby passes to Ibaka. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Tatum. Boston's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Brown, good.
And this is why you gave Hayward big money, not just a score in this offense.
And so Siakam will bring it up for the Raptors. Moves on moves. That's Jason Tatum.
I mean, this guy's a natural isolation scorer. Jab steps, crossovers, turnarounds, fadeaways. He's got an awful lot in his bag.
Down low, Hayward, and the layup's good off the glass.
There's the versatility we talk about. Gordon Hayward able to score on all 3 levels.
Anunoby passes to Ibaka, and it goes down 2 points. Ibaka's got 4 this quarter.
High offensive IQ. He makes great reads and adjustments on the fly.
Raptors leading by 3. Siakam with it, now guarded by Tatum. Knocks down the 3 ball.
He's given a great lift to this offense tonight. Very, very efficient.
For 3, Hayward. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Siakam's got his 5th rebound in this one.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
Lowry can't get it to go. Celtics trail by 6, and now it's Brown running. He can go all the way.
I love the attitude of Brown. If he sees a fast break opportunity, he's seizing it without a second's hesitation.
Van Vliet kicks to Lowry. Back to Van Vliet. Here's Ibaka. The rebound by the Celtics. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, after 5 years as an assistant in Toronto, last season Nick Nurse moved to head coach of the Raptors, and the team responded, winning the franchise's first NBA championship. Nurse has been at this for 3 decades. He got his first head coaching position at the age of 23. And he has moved all throughout basketball, both domestically and abroad, guiding 15 teams in 5 different countries. After winning it all last year, Kevin, he's finally made it to the top.
David, he sure has a long and winding journey. Thank you. And the Raptors going out now with a whole new group. And a new group in for the Celtics. Cantor checked in for Daniel Tice. Williams comes in for Tatum. Marcus Smart's checked in for Gordon Hayward. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Kemba Walker.
Get that weak stuff out of here. That's embarrassing.
It's Williams with the drive. Basket counts. Williams has got 12.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Raptors with the lead. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Powell, no one around him. And again, no good by Toronto. For Boston, they've gone 7 of 11, a lucky field goal percentage here in the third. And Wanamaker gets it to go.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Toronto's gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. Gasol, wide open, he fires. Lets it go from the baseline and nails it. Gasol's got his second bucket of the night. Back to Wanamaker. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And the first one at the line is good. That one is no good. 1 second left. And that one released in time, but no good.
And what about the hustle from Brown on D? Just not giving his man any room.
Pascal Siakam getting it done for Toronto. He's up to 26 points in the game now. Just keeps pouring in the buckets. And we'll be back with you shortly. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball. And how about the perfect delivery?
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. And a look at the 5 for the Celtics to start the fourth quarter. Smart and Brown outside on the wings. Williams is out there with Enes Kanter. And it's Wanamaker in at the 1 spot. Boucher's shot is off.
Unusual for him, just a lack of concentration. Fails to finish the play.
And it's Brown missing. Toronto trailing. Here we go, 1-on-1. Boucher passes to Hollis Jefferson.
They continue to battle out there, so close to taking the lead.
The direction this game is headed is going to come down to a couple key buckets by either team.
Inside, here's Powell. Williams with the block. Left side, Smart. Boston again missing. The Raptors have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Pass to Boucher. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Here's Boucher. Rebound by Williams. Final quarter of play, about 1.5 minutes off the clock into it. Brown kicks to Williams. Back to Brown. The dish to Williams. 5 on the clock. To the middle. Here's Kanter. And Kanter throws it down.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
This is a close-knit group. They feed off one another's energy. Explosive leaping ability allows him to play the 5, even though he's a little undersized.
Oh, going high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam. Boucher's shot is off.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Siakam is checked in for Toronto. Then for the Celtics, Robert Williams is checked in for Williams. And Walker subbed in for Brad Wanamaker. Williams finds Kanter. Nice ball movement by Boston. To the inside. The kick out to Walker. Williams attacking. Here's Kanter. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
A new group in now for the Raptors. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Gasol. OG Anunoby comes in for Hollis Jefferson. Fred VanVleet is checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Lowry in for Davis. The Celtics also changing it up. Tatum comes in for Robert Williams. And Gordon Hayward is subbed in for Brown.
And some of what Smart gives this team doesn't always show up in the stat sheet, but he makes plays that help you win.
Daniel Tice is checked in for Cantor. Lowry against Walker. It's stolen by Tice. And pushing it up, here's Boston. And it's Walker that time on the assist by Hayward. Hayward's got 4 assists now tonight.
And that couldn't have gone better for them right there. Forget about playing it safe. They're looking to finish this thing off in style.
And up the court come the Celtics on the break. Tatum in the charge. To the paint. Here's Anunoby. And again, unable to change momentum here. Hayward kicks to Tatum. Here's Tice. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Tice has got the lead up to 11 now for the Celtics. Sometimes, Smitty, you see someone make a pass and wonder, how did he even see that guy? It's amazing to me.
Yeah, I think Chris Paul leads that list. I think from a big Jokic, Trae Young is a young guy, Ben Simmons, Doncic, those guys see the floor extremely well.
And the foul called on OG Anunoby. That's his first foul. Jaylen Brown's checked in for Boston. And here's Tatum for 3. Great positioning on the putback. And the Celtics lead by 11.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Celtics.
And they're fully in control now, but there were some tense moments up for them throughout this game.
Listen, they certainly weren't coasting despite what the score looks like. I love the way they came together, though, when everything started to look a little dire and really put the hammer down.
And this will now push it to a total of 44 games in the win column on the season. And watch them all night long. No one could really stop them. Just another excellent game it was for Jason Tatum.
Ooh, he put on a clinic tonight. Terrific vision, sees the whole floor, and he hits guys in their spots with pinpoint dimes.
VanVleet passes to Ibaka. Good, and VanVleet gets the assist.
Exactly what you want from that play. Get it to Serge where he can simply rise and fire.
From deep, Walker. Good on the triple.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Especially during this last run, which ultimately put the game away.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
You have to give Pascal Siakam a lot of credit. He's continued to improve his shooting percentage both from the field and the line.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And so it's Williams who brings it up for Boston. They've led by as many as 11 points from the arc. And again, Boston with the triple.
Yeah, they've sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
And when you're on the road, you can't be tentative coming into a game like this. I thought their aggressive approach was the difference.
Fires from deep. That shot misses. So we see Boston get the win here. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing.
Can't wait to get started in the NBA 2K21 demo, get my players started, and of course, all-time Lakers versus all-time Celtics.
Just out of curiosity, Chris, who has more championship rings?
Yeah, I was going to talk about the Lakers, but then you bring up that argument, and I really don't have anything to say about it, unfortunately. So that's a low blow.
And those are the starting lineups. Lots of interest.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Good Friday night to you, sports fans. D8.
Well,
and I feel, David, they're still in great position. I know you do, too. Thanks for that report. It's getting late in the season. Let's now see the standings out east. Taking a look at Boston. Right now, they're locked into third place in the conference, looking to get a high seed for the playoffs. And, of course, Atlanta. They're looking to salvage what they can of the season.
And right now for the Hawks, they've been stuck in a rut the entire season. We talk about teams maximizing their potential. Well, the opposite's been the case with this group.
I think, Greg, for them, it's obviously been very disappointing. And I get the sense it's starting to weigh on them night in and night out.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Herter the 2 with Hunter at the 3. John Collins is out there with Clint Capella. And it's Young in at the point. And for the Celtics, Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. And it's Tice in at the center. And the last two drafts, the Atlanta Hawks aggressively making trades to assemble this roster.
And drafting DeAndre Hunter and Cam Reddish, great length and versatility on the wings. You pair that with Trae Young and John Collins, and that's an exciting young core for the Hawks.
Well, you can tell there's a team-first mentality with the young gun Jason Tatum working to find the open teammate. Nice.
And the dunk by Capella.
Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
The pass to Brown. Walker against Young. Walker the pass to Tice. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker.
And they are very comfortable running their offense through Walker. And you can see why. Drops a sick dime right there. That pass was right on the money.
Here's Herter. He's coming off a 10-point game against New York. The 8-footer. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Of course, the playoff seedings still jumbled a bit in the air. Just how important you think it is to get home court advantage in the NBA playoffs in this era.
Historically speaking, Kevin, as you know, home court advantage is absolutely monumental, and it doesn't matter the round of the playoffs. Could be a conference semifinal or an NBA final. If you come down to a Game 7, that home court advantage can be the difference between winning and losing. You want as much in your favor, Kevin, as you know, going into the postseason.
The Hawks again can't hit. Celtics have gone 4-4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here. And slam dunk by Tatum.
Well, do not let Jason Tatum get space in transition. He will make you pay.
Rebounded by the Hawks. Last meeting was in Boston, where they were unable to fight off the Celtics.
Yeah, and their last time playing against this club, they fell short. A lot of cheap fouls really plague their starting unit.
You know, you try to establish consistent substitution patterns. It helps you stay in a rhythm, and they had to go to their bench much too early.
Walker scoring his third straight basket in 3 tries.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Brown the pass to Walker.
Well, you have to give credit to Kemba Walker, who has always found ways to improve his game year after year. And has worked on that shot and tool set enough where he can now be a handful to defend for any guard.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Cantor checked in for Daniel Tice. Williams comes in for Gordon Hayward. And Smart subbed in for Jaylen Brown.
Well, Jeff Teague knows how to get by and find teammates. That's pretty right there.
Brad Wanamaker's checked in for Walker. And with Walker, as he has progressed as a player, You know, Greg, so has his leadership.
And Kemba has been a natural leader for so long during his time. When your leader puts in the work that Kemba does, it has to inspire the rest of that roster.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Dedmon with the block. Now, here's Reddish, guarded by Tatum. Back to Carter. Pass to Dedmon. Over in the corner, Reddish. Pocket 6. Hits it from three-point range.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
It's all about mindset out of the gate. If you're aggressive and they give you room, go ahead, let it fly.
And Wanamaker gets it to go.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
And the turnover again by Atlanta. We've got a chance here, so let's now look at the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. The league's stingiest teams. The Celtics second.
This is a team that takes pride on the defensive side of the floor. I mean, they play hard and they play together. They are a tough group to score on.
And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Atlanta Hawks, trailing by 4. Pass to Bembry, and Smart over to help. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Here's Bembry, guarded by Smart. Bembry misses.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
Williams passes to Wanamaker. Beyond the arc. Offensive rebound. The shot's good from Cantor.
I love that Cantor will pursue rebounds out of his area. This guy's such a powerful player who's willing to exert his will.
And the quarter ends with some stifling defense right there. Kemba Walker firing on a... You may not remember Vince Carter traded on draft night for his college teammate Antoine Jacobs.
So as I'm sitting back there, it's like there's been a trade.
The 5th and 6th picks in the draft, both of them went on to great careers.
And draft day trades happen all the time, but being traded for your college teammate, a pick apart, that's pretty unique.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And the Celtics guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
On the court right now for the Hawks. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Young and Herter make up the back. And it's Capella in at the 5 down low. It's good.
Well, this guy's so good at making great decisions. Jason Tatum on the catch and shoot. That's nice.
Passes to Capella. Stolen by Cantor. And Smart with a clear path to the hoop. Finished off the break. Smart's got the lead up to 14 now for the Celtics.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And here's Collins from outside. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Well, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
Well, the book, Greg, is the same for Enes Kanter as it's always been. Great score inside, but his defense leaves you wanting.
And Kevin, at this point, he is who he is. I mean, for better or worse. Kanter is still a force off the bench to give a team some post presence in their second unit, but not sure he'll ever be a player to build around.
Taken away by Williams. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Daniel Tice is checked in for Cantor. Hayward comes in for Jason Tatum. Jaylen Brown's checked in for Marcus Smart. And Walker's subbed in for Brad Wanamaker. And Hayward with the block.
Well, this is where Gordon Hayward has turned himself into a dependable two-way player. How good is he at using his length to turn away these shots?
Tice finds Williams. Second shot opportunity. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on Collins.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
For the Hawks, Reddish comes in for Kevin Huerter. And it's Teagan for Young.
You know, he just plays with such tenacity on both ends. Williams is a rising talent who wants to prove he belongs.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
There's Walker with the 3. Atlanta with the rebound.
And that's how you have to defend him out there on the three-point line. Played him perfectly.
Teague with the ball, working on Walker, and it's Teague, that time on the assist by Collins.
Well, I'll tell you what, impeccable work from Jeff Teague inside, showing great patience down in the lane.
Terrific closeout there to challenge the 3.
It may be the hardest thing to do in basketball, close under control, and he's more than up to the task.
Offline with his 3. Celtics leading by 13. Poked away. Tice kicks to Williams. This one for 3. Reddish with the ball. Picked up by Brown. Collins passes to Reddish. Hawks passing it around. Here's Collins. Up and in. Off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
And the Celtics, Brad Stevens, one of the youngest head coaches in the league and also one of the more respected.
And Greg, I was surprised that he didn't get any Coach of the Year votes 2 seasons ago. Think about it. The Celtics overcame injury to make the Eastern Conference Finals. Last season, he admitted his most trying in the 12 years as a coach. Boy, he is looking to get them back on track.
Williams is checked in for Boston. Then for the Hawks, Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Collins. Carter comes in for Hunter, and it's Bembry in for Teague. Reddish the pass to Fernando. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
In the city of Boston, 12 championships since 2000, 6 in football, 4 in baseball, and 1 apiece in hockey and basketball.
Greg, you'd have to say Boston has become the sports capital of the country. The fans are knowledgeable, they're passionate, and they are justifiably proud.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Cantor checked in for Robert Williams. And Marcus Smart is subbed in for Kemba Walker.
With this lead, they're playing confidently, showing a quick trigger from beyond.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
The Hawks shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
And looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
Boston making a switch here. Wanamaker's checked in.
They've hit every one of their free throws here in the second quarter. Very important when you're trailing.
Carter against Brown. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Celtics lead by 12.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
The Hawks again can't hit. With 1 on the clock, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. 6 points for Marcus Smart. And so it's the Boston Celtics. All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Kemba Walker was the story in the first quarter. He had 8 points, 2 assists. And that'll do.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. We've seen Kemba Walker really having a great game.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
Tatum and Cantor together down low. Brown and Hayward, they're the wings. And it's Walker in at the 1. That's the group for Brad Stevens getting going here in the second half. There's the pass to Tatum. Back to Walker. There's the triple. The shot will not fall. And Atlanta will go the other way with it. Following this one, they get to host the Cavaliers. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Young's shot is off.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
There's the 3. A three-pointer is right on target. Young's got 6 points. The players have taken their game to another level. A lot of improvement they've done individually. Any surprises that have caught your eye, Doris, over the years?
Yeah, I would say probably maybe the greatest single individual leap I've ever seen is by the reigning most improved player, and that's Pascal Siakam. Couldn't get in the rotation consistently in the postseason, and then became such an integral part of an NBA championship team. Kemba Walker, who is an all-star caliber player, all-NBA level guy, continues to stay in the lab and keep improving. So a ton of guys, Domantas Sabonis, another young big who's been incredible. Just great to see guys progress.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
The shot's good from Cantor.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
That's it, and the Celtic lead is cut to just 11 on the basket from Collins.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Well, I'll tell you, Enes Kanter has proven he can dominate on the offensive end. What a skill set.
And here's Young from the arc. Another 3 for Atlanta.
You simply must play better defense than that. This guy is too good from distance.
Cantor finds Walker. Here's Brown. This ball movement by Boston. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Brown. And a moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Tatum.
And his scoring numbers have been going in the right direction these past few years. He's gotten better and better at handling what those opposing defenses are throwing his way and finding ways to get his points all over the floor.
Boston making a switch here. Tice is checked in. Then for the Hawks, Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for John Collins. DeAndre Bembry comes in for Kevin Huerter. And it's Teague in for Trae Young. And some changes here for the Celtics. Robert Williams, he's checked in for Hayward. And Smart subbed in for Kemba Walker. Atlanta also making some changes here. Collins checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. Kevin Huerter comes in for DeAndre Bembry. And Trae Young subbed in for Teague.
I know he's got to be frustrated right now, but the team is fighting from behind. He's got to stay with it.
Lets the 3 fly with the putback, and Williams is right there.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Here's Young. Pass to Capella. Here's Huerter. And here's Collins. Williams with the block.
You know, the reach of Williams is outstanding. He uses it to perfection to deny shooters.
Williams, he's checked in for Boston. Brad Wanamaker comes in for Tatum. Now, here's Tice. Capella covering. Outside Williams. Pass to Brown. Williams kicks to Brown. Three-pointer. Drills the three-pointer. Brown's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Well, this is a shot that Jaylen Brown must make consistently. Nice seeing him start to look confident, stroking it from deep.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, over the last few years, there's been a lot of talk about seeding playoff teams 1 through 16, regardless of conference. Now, taking the top 16 teams is a tough sell, especially for owners whose teams are in the relatively weaker Eastern Conference. Taking 8 teams from each conference and then cross-seeding earlier than the finals is something that does seem possible down the road. The reward for fans might be a finals matchup with the two best teams in the league. Kevin?
Interesting ideas. David, thank you.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Williams finds Smart. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams. And that's now 9 points for Marcus Smart. Passes it to Capella. Young with the ball. Fires from the line. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
You know, put a rough first half behind him. He's absolutely crushing it here in the second.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Smart dishes to Williams. Back to Smart. Here's Wanamaker. 6 points for him. From past the arc. Smart misses. Young drives in. Here's Herter. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Boston Celtics feeling good about their... And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that, Greg, putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. 4th quarter on the court for the Hawks. We've got Dwayne Dedmon. Reddish out there at Denver. And there's Carter. And it's Fernando in at the 4. And it's sent back by Carter. Lets it go from 11, and the jumper is good. Carter's got the first points up on the board here in the 4th for the Hawks. Brown the pass to Tice. A 3-ball. No good that time.
Boy, this guy just can't buy a bucket, and yet they have the advantage.
Now the pass to Dedmon. Now here's Reddish. T right on him. Over Smart. Here's Dedmon. He can't hit that time. And it's Boston the other way. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. Hayward right side. Launches a 3. Rebound Atlanta. Dedmon's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Reddish the pass to Bembry. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. A shot by Reddish, no good.
I'll tell you, everything went right in terms of execution. He just can't get it to go.
To the middle. Hayward outside. Smart kicks to Hayward. And it's off from 3-point range. The Hawks trail by 15. Dedmon with it. Now guarded by Smart. Over to the left wing. Here's Reddish. Gets to the corner and buries it.
Well, coaches might discourage that kind of look, but he'll take it anyway.
And stolen by Dedmon. Pass to Fernando. To the inside. Reddish. Rebound Boston.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Brown finds Hayward. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 3 assists tonight.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Now here's Reddish. Guarded by Smart. Here's Fernando. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession. Switching on every possession in the NBA from a defensive standpoint, and you see the way Doris offenses are adjusting to that.
Yeah, I think number one, you have to attack the switch. That's first and foremost. And it's an interesting balance between attacking and being patient. Because the one thing you're ultimately seeking in every switch is a favorable matchup for yourself. That's where a critical, thinking guard who knows where to find and put the ball is so critical to your success.
That's a good way to look at it.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Boston making some changes. Daniel Tice comes in for Williams. And Jaylen Brown subbed in for Marcus Smart. Fast break, the Hawks. Here's Herter. And he gets it to go.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
The kick out to Young. There's 3-pointers off the mark.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Here's Hayward. The rebound by Young.
Amazing tenacity attacking the basket, and I'm sure he won't miss that next time.
Pass to Capella. Young outside. Capella trying to free himself up. And Trae Young gets the three.
The first thing that jumps out at you about Young, that seemingly limitless shooting range and the spacing that affords for this offense.
Collins grabs the miss. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter. And there's Hunter on the assist by Young.
And the defense has to recognize this. Hunter is a legit threat to shoot off the catch.
Here's Tatum. The kick out to Brown. Passes it to Hayward. Right side Tatum. Now here's Tice. He's guarded by Collins. 5 to shoot.
At the line for the Celtics, Gordon Hayward.
So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 9.
Boy, I'll never forget how close Gordon Hayward came to creating one of the seminal moments in college hoops history, nearly winning the national championship with a half-court shot at the...
And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
Shooting for Atlanta.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Edwards, that's good.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
Well, for all intents and purposes, this game is over. Just a matter of time here.
Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. And the Celtics lead by 13.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
Teague with a clean look from beyond the arc, and then some.
Well, you simply cannot allow Jeff Teague any separation because the release is too good and too fast.
And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused at that.
same time. Moving the plug in the power, ayy. Came with a charge in my alley, ooh. Charge it again like it's credit, Your team crowd need to edit, yeah. I see face, look at it, hold up. Ooh, that's dead, need a minute, need a plan to revive, let's clear shot pressing. They say what I say, they got like 20 moves and like 100 problems. I'm James with the step back, throw that shot up on me.
We're the land of the free.
Hi, everyone. Time and taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Tatum.
And his scoring numbers have been going in the right direction these past few years. He's gotten better and better at handling what those opposing defenses are throwing his way and finding ways to get his points all over the floor.
And now the Golden State Warriors starters. Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Marquise Chris is out there with Draymond Green, and it's Wiggins in at the small forward position. And for Boston, Tucker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. And it's Tice in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Tatum against Green. Tatum passes to Tice. Back to Tatum. The kick out to Brown. 3 on the clock. The second chance effort. Brent, talk about the length of the season. Commissioner Silver is also considering proposals to shrink the season. What do you think?
I think it'd be interesting, and I'm not sure financially how the league goes back from an 82-game season and ticket sales and revenue and television and how they kind of unwind what it is they've agreed to. But 70 games to me in terms of the competition, Kevin, in terms of the elevated play of the star players on a nightly basis, the fact that you probably get stars to appear in every game and not be sat out for load management and things like that, I think overall it would be pretty healthy.
Inside, and here comes Hayward, leading the fast break.
And the skills of Brown, not just a super athlete, but a tremendous floor general as well.
Here's Thompson. Here's Chris, and Chris throws it down.
And able to pad his stats a little bit there on that play, the board and the bucket.
And you know, Greg, that'll put him in the good graces of that coaching staff, too. My goodness. Now, here's Tice. 20 points for him last game against the Bucks in Milwaukee.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that, Kevin. That's a bad miscue. You can't give up looks like that all game long.
Good on the shot.
Now, Draymond Green patient enough to know when his teammates are running around, at some point one's going to break open, then he finds them.
Down low. Here's Tice. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. In the corner, it's Wiggins. The pass to Green. Now Curry. The 3. That one's a miss. His third shot of the game. He's made one of them. Tatum kicks to Brown. Celtics passing it around. Tatum passes to Tice. Great D that time from Green.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively. But if you're giving up that much height, the only thing that you can do as a defender is to foul him.
And a new group in for the Celtics. Enes Kanter's checked in for Daniel Tice. Williams comes in for Tatum. Marcus Smart's checked in for Gordon Hayward. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Walker. First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in. And the foul on Andrew Wiggins. That is his first foul of the game. Warriors on D. It's a 3-point game. Kanter finds Brown. Here's Wanamaker. 6 to shoot. Brown the pass to Kanter. The shot's good. Brown making the play.
Well, not explosive. Kanter shows some mobility right there on the pick and roll.
And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. So it's Boston now. For Boston, they come into this one following a loss to the Bucks in Milwaukee. Outside, Williams fires for three. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Like the execution there from Cantor. Usually likes to score, this time with the pass.
Golden State's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Looney passes to Wiggins. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. That's on Jaylen Brown.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
For Boston, they've gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Outside, Smart. Back to Brown. 58 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Cantor kicks to Smart. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
All right, a moment to check out stats for Andrew Wiggins. Some good contributions, really, since the All-Star break. He's around 18 points per game, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. And very few players in the league can go out and produce like he has. Just a great stretch for him.
He keeps playing like this, and you know in arenas, especially at home, when the star player is playing this well, those MVP chants come raining down.
Now here's Williams. To the inside. He kicks it to Smart. Back to Williams. That one, no good. Wiggins with some nice D. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Inside, Pascal. Williams with the block. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. And yes, it's good.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
Here's Pascal, and he converts the layup.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Here's Smart. It doesn't go for him. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Boston on top, up 1. Let's take it. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. When you consider how the Celtics are doing, guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
Well, going to the bench early, they obviously knew what they were doing.
They're looking for a spark here, and the coach tapped the right guys to get out there and provide it.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So for the Golden State Warriors right now. And Wanamaker gets it to go.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
And good that time.
Well, that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference. Not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
And it's Williams with the ball for Boston. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. Williams passes to Wanamaker. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. There's a lot of talk, Brent, about eliminating divisions, something that's been discussed. I think that's going to happen.
I don't understand what the divisions are. Do you?
Well, we don't pay attention to the divisions.
We don't pay any attention to the divisions.
It's all about conference.
And we know that divisions end up helping in some ways with the playoff seedings, but it just seems strange today to have the divisions the way they are divided up. I think it helps when you're opening up a fish wrap in the morning if you check a traditional newspaper, but otherwise, there could be something that goes away soon.
Smart passes to Hayward. He's looking for Williams and finds him. Chris with the rebound. The Warriors leading. The deep three from Thompson. Another three for Golden State.
Well, looking to shoot immediately off the pass, and I don't think he even felt the leather that time.
Hayward finds Walker. Hayward looking over the floor. Shoots. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
Well, he's a guy they count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
Curry outside. Hayward grabs the board. Last game for the Warriors, it was a loss to the Nets. Right side, Smart. Stolen by Thompson. Here's Curry. Kemba Walker with the rebound. Celtics trail by 4. Here's Smart. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. Smart's got his first 2 points.
And this is where Smart's at his best, being aggressive, going towards the rim.
Some nice passing by Golden State here. Chris pass to Thompson. Lays it up and banks it in. Thompson's got the lead back up to 4 now for the Warriors.
It took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
Back to Walker. He feeds it to Williams. He dishes it to Walker. Williams passes to Walker. Curry with the defensive effort. Warriors leading by 4. And for Steph Curry, certainly one of the best to ever play. Iguodala said last season, Brent, that he's already the second best point guard to ever play in pro basketball.
Well, high praise from Andre Iguodala, and why wouldn't you talk about Steph that way? You tally up MVPs and titles and his impact on the game and what he's done to change the way the game is played. The case for Steph Curry to be the top point guard ever is getting stronger and stronger every season. The guy that he's going to have to knock off the top of that shelf, I think for most everybody who's been basketball fans for a long time, is one Magic Johnson.
No good on the shot, and it's the Warriors taking it the other way. Coming off that loss against the Nets. Out to Thompson. Here's Pascal, defended by Hayward. Here's Thompson, and it's good from the elbow. Thompson's got the lead up to 8 now for the Warriors.
Flat out taking the game over, and there's no way he's going to give it up.
Williams passes to Williams. Back to Williams. Dishes it to Williams. Pass to Walker. And here is Williams. Shot clock at 6. From outside the arc. Doesn't go for him. Good D by Thompson.
2 for 1, probably the way to go.
Don't want to rush it, but you don't want to take too much time here.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Hayward finds Walker, and he uses the glass on the layup. Walker's got his first 2 points of the night.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Thompson for 3. Offensive rebound.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one. You take your time. You don't give them another possession.
Yeah, hopefully that's what they'll do here. It's what most teams try to execute at this time in the game.
And it's Walker penetrating, stolen by Thompson. And so it's the Golden State Warriors going into the break with a 10.
Thanks, Ken.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just a bit.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and the Jets. Klay Thompson putting in some serious work for the team tonight. He had 12 points, 2 rebounds. And that'll...
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Klay Thompson has been sensational.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Hayward at small forward, with Tatum at the 4. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. And it's Tice in at the center, filling out the middle. That's the group for Brad Stevens getting going here in the second half. Here's Chris. Hayward with some nice D. Brown drives in. Passes to Tice. Brown inside. He's against Green. Here's Hayward. Banked in off the glass. Hayward's got his second basket of the night.
And as a wing player, Hayward's just so good at attacking the basket. I think that's a big part of what makes him special. Doesn't take much of an opening for Hayward to make his move.
Thompson, Green breaking loose, and there's Thompson. That's good on the assist by Curry.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Kicks to Green. To the paint. Here's Chris. And Chris throws it down.
And Marquise Chris can get up off that floor. Wow.
And you see Clay back out on the court. Can't help but think of him going down with that torn ACL in the final.
And Clay showed exactly how tough a player he is. Stayed in to hit his free throws. Asked to stay in the game. And became an instant legend even in that losing effort. How about the heart?
A shot by Hayward, wide open. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
That's one for their first four to start the second half.
Another shot, and Green puts it in. And the Warriors lead by 14.
They are just killing them on the interior. And this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
And stolen by Tatum. Brown finds Hayward. Celtics passing it around. And slam dunk by Tatum.
A terrific athlete at that wing with good bounce. Tatum, fun to watch.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Thompson with it. Picked up by Brown. Klay Thompson, and that's good. Thompson's got 5 points now this quarter.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first three of the half, they need more in school. Yeah, but in the first half, he was just purely flawless as a ball secure. But that certainly hasn't been the case here in the second half.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Cantor comes in for Gordon Hayward. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Kemba Walker. Wiggins outside. Here's Green. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Green's got his second bucket.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Pass to Wanamaker. Brown outside. And there's the feed to Cantor. Brown trying to free himself up. Cantor's shot is off.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
Here's Wanamaker, and the three ball is good. Wanamaker's got 7 points in the game. Talent coming from everywhere these days, Brent, including the developmental league. The G League has done a wonderful job of watching players develop there and then vaulting them up to the big league.
And I think last year, Kevin, the numbers were that more than half the players in the NBA had spent some time in the G League. You want to talk about that league coming a long way?
What an impact.
Massive.
Yes.
And what you're seeing, too, over the past few years, Kevin, is people doing a great job of using the G League a lot better. Not just experimenting and lab ratting what that team is about, but really well thought out player development and stints for guys on their team rather than just practicing and traveling and sitting and watching games. You're watching guys go play a game in the afternoon and then coming up to the NBA level and participating in an NBA game that night. That's going to go a long way to make guys in the early part of their career take their necessary strides in a lot quicker than they normally would.
This two-way contract has been a wonderful addition.
Except if you talk to their agents, Kevin. Yes, it's been very good for the control of an organization to find that kind of talent.
Guys, you talk about players coming in and with a huge impact. Jason Tatum showed he was more than ready to be an NBA star.
Rare do you see a player as polished and as impactful as Tatum. Stepped right in to be one of the top players on a top team with Boston. Fits their system perfectly, and really the sky is the limit for that young man.
Now the Warriors moving it up. Here's Poole, and it's blocked. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Cantor, and Cantor throws it down.
A young guy with maturity, awareness, and a feel for the game. Tatum is special.
Here's Pascal. Looney. It's good on the putback. And the Warriors lead by 13.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Tatum's shot is off.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
There's the steal. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. Curry outside. To beat the clock. Count it! He caught it!
That's how you do it. Stay patient, wait for the opportunity, and boom.
That's exactly how you want to close out the quarter, too, with some confidence.
And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
So helpful to the offensive versatility when your bigs can create, freeing everybody up, and that cut was wide open.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And Golden State looking at who they've got. Curry is out there with Wiggins, and it's Looney in at the center. Smart misses. Warriors leading by 14. Here's Wiggins, and Wiggins throws it down.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Back to Curry. Guarded by Tatum. Fires the three. And another three for Golden State.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
Here's Wanamaker. They get it back.
How about the timing and hustle there? Tatum earns his team some second chance points.
There's Looney. Golden State moving the ball around. Back to Curry. Wiggins outside. Now the pass to Curry. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Looney. Outside for Curry. Feeds to Wiggins. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Cantor. Boston making some changes. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Williams. And Walker's subbed in for Brad Wanamaker. Golden State also making some changes. Marquise Chris comes in for Looney. And it's Klay Thompson in for Wiggins. And it's Smart with the ball for the Boston Celtics. Trailing by 17. The dish to Walker. He feeds it to Cantor. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Chris has got his 6th rebound on the night. Outside Curry. And Thompson kicks to Curry. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Trains it from beyond the arc. Curry's got 6 points in the quarter.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Pass to Cantor. The kick out to Tatum. Lets it go with a 3. And it's Curry with the rebound. Curry's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Teardrop shot. And Boston with the rebound. Outside, Smart. Baseline jumper. Boston again missing. Warriors leading by 20. Pass to Curry. A lot of missing stats from the 60s and 70s, but if we could go back and look at those actual numbers, any players you think would really be catching our eye in terms of, wow, I didn't know that guy was that good, or he's better than I thought he was?
Well, don't we always look at the incredible, mind-boggling numbers of Wilt Chamberlain
yes,
and think, what was that guy doing?
Yeah.
And we don't even have half of it.
No.
So Wilt Chamberlain comes to mind first. What I think about Kevin when that question comes up is how many great players through the 70s and also really through the 80s, because the three-point line wasn't accentuated enough, missed the opportunity to be even greater scorers. I mean, Jerry West with a three-point line.
Can you imagine that?
You got to be kidding me. So there's a lot of gap of those players, too, that also, because of changes in rules, And because the three-point line wasn't in, that we would be talking about in terms of nostalgia and their accomplishments with a much different voice.
Even someone as recent as Jordan, with the rules the way they are now.
Absolutely.
Unbelievable.
With the openness of the floor and what Michael could do, as if he wanted to prove he could do more.
Exactly. Walker the pass to Smart. Curry brings the double. Now here's Tatum. Defense right on him. The shot's good from Gordon Hayward.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Warriors.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And for the year now, they'll be tallying their 16th win.
And it looks like they're going to spare themselves the embarrassment of being swept in the season series by winning this last one.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Klay Thompson.
And so many times on the defensive end showed off those quick mitts, jumped all over the opposition and swiped the ball away a number of times.
Bowman passes to Lee. Outside Curry. From deep. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
It just doesn't matter. Once Steph crosses half court, he's in range.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did. All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. We'll see you later.
We've been talking so much NBA 2K21, but we wanted to stop and take a moment to thank you guys for tuning in and joining us for 45 episodes in NBA 2K20.
We've had so much fun connecting with you all over this past season.
So as we put NBA 2K20 to a close, we take a look back at our favorite moments.
The John Hancock Tower rising. And a chance to take a look at some numbers for Powell.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different score than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
So let's take a look at the Toronto Raptors starting lineup. Siakam and Ibaka, the duo down low. Right, Van Vliet out there with Lowry, and it's Anunoby in at the small forward position. And for the Celtics, Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. And it's Tice in at the center position. Three-pointer, Lowry. It's rebounded by Tice. Stolen away. Ibaka in the post. Defended by Tice. Siakam kicks to Van Vliet. Ibaka, the pass to Siakam. Back to Ibaka. Over Tice. Ibaka, no luck. Brown feeling out a bit. And he dunks it down.
Oh, what incredible precision. Brown cutting the D to pieces with his passing.
And now just over a minute played here in the first. The Raptors' Nick Nurse winning an NBA title in his first season. Greg is an NBA head coach.
The first time a head coach who'd also helmed a team in a foreign league has won it. Nurse often reminisces fondly on those days coaching in Europe. And this summer he was entrusted with coaching the Canadian national team at the FIBA World Cup. Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offensive load.
Siakam on the follow.
They were pretty tight to start this game. Started out with 4 straight misses. Maybe that one will get him going.
And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That is his first foul of the game. Tice kicks to Tatum. Back to Tice. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
You know, some scouts thought Tatum had tunnel vision, looking only for his own shot, but he's more about team.
Pass to Brown. And Brown throws it down.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Oh, yeah, bang, bang. An impressive sequence that has them fired up.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you got to bring much faster help than that.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their play.
Yeah, right now it feels like they can't miss. We'll see how long they can make this last.
And that's Lowry's shot right there. Always looking to capitalize from that range.
Raptors trail by 5. To the middle, and stolen by Tatum. Hayward right side. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 3 assists now in this one.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Out of Wheeler High School in Georgia, Jaylen Brown was ranked 2nd in the class of 2015 after Ben Simmons. All the powerhouses came calling. He went the unexpected route, choosing UC Berkeley.
And so here's Toronto after Jaylen Brown's miss. Lowry against Hayward. Lowry dishes to Ibaka. Shot clock at 5. Toronto needs to get off his shot. Lowry can't get it to go. And Cal Berkeley, not the biggest basketball program in the country. So, Chris, what led Brown to go there?
Well, former NBA All-Star Sharif Abdur-Rahim, another Wheeler High alum, took the same path. Look, Kevin, both of them welcomed the intellectual challenge. Now, Sharif, not only could he hoop, but now he's the president of the G League. And Jaylen Brown, he's the vice president of the Players Union.
Now here's Van Vliet following the miss by Kyle Lowry.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
The Raptors shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. And a new group in for the Celtics. Cantor checked in for Daniel Tice. Robert Williams comes in for Gordon Hayward. Marcus Smart's checked in for Brown. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Kemba Walker. And Toronto will go for a different look here. Marcus Gasol is checked in for Ibaka. Hollis Jefferson comes in for Pascal Siakam. Powell, he's checked in for OG Anunoby. Davis is subbed in for Kyle Lowry. Here's Wanamaker. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Smart passes to Wanamaker. Really left alone that time.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Van Vliet finds Davis. Now here's Powell. Back to Davis. At the elbow, it's Gasol. Here's Van Vliet. And that shot misses everything. Air ball on the 3. Outside Gasol. Out left to the wing. Hollis Jefferson. And that one's off. And this is his first shot of the game. And so it's Boston heading to the bench. And Serge Ibaka talked about his skill set. Now it complements Kyle Lowry and Pascal Siakam. And
bring my defense toughness.
And really, Ibaka is a seasoned veteran now, a terrific role player known for his defense.
And Ibaka knows his role and plays it well.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. What do you guys think about the Celtics here in this one?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, they really got after it. I mean, they made life extremely difficult for the shooters, which is why they hold this lead.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the floor for Boston, we've got Williams. Also Tatum out there. Smart is out there with Enes Kanter. And it's Wanamaker in at the 1 spot. Celtics leading by 7. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
The Celtics making a switch here. Williams is checked in. And it's Davis with the ball for the Toronto Raptors. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. Corner shot. That one off the back iron and out. Outside Williams. Inside. And slam dunk by Tatum.
Though he may not explode off the floor, Tatum's length makes plays like this look easy.
And after signing a 4-year, $52 million contract extension, Marcus Smart rewarded the Celtics, Chris, with the best season of his young career.
Yeah, his best shooting percentages by far. I mean, add in his continued progress as a playmaker. Don't forget he's the man on the defensive end. I think that's money well spent for Boston.
Williams with a clean look. That one wide left.
And guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Come on, you can't be selfish. You got to be willing to make the next pass. Otherwise, it's just predictable.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look. How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, one of the reasons Toronto was able to win the NBA championship was the astronomical improvement from Pascal Siakam, who was recognized as the league's most improved player. It was the dream of Pascal's late father that he'd reach this level, and his determination to make that reality has brought him a long way from home. Kevin?
It has indeed, D.A. Great story, and thank you.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Davis, the pass to Boucher, and down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. A nice shot by Tatum.
Showing off different dimensions to his game. I mean, Tatum's ability to get it done from there as well is impressive.
Powell, no one around him. No good, shot missing. And the Celtics going the other way now. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks. Smart, they get it back. The kick out to Tatum. Here's Wanamaker. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Yeah, and for Tatum, there's a natural instinct and understanding of how this offense flows.
This end of the season awards already being debated. What did it mean to you when you were named All-NBA?
Well, it meant a lot, especially in my era, again, of playing against the best power forwards, I feel, in a group of all time. And so it meant a lot. There's only one power forward position, and so to be on that All-NBA team, it's something that's more special to me than being an All-Star, because it's not about being the best 12 or 24. It's about being the best 5 in the league. And so those moments were always special, being named the first team NBA.
And like you said, you played in the golden era of the best players ever to play that position.
I tell you what, I think I played in the era where anyone that you would have picked in the power forward from the Western Conference, I couldn't have been upset at over myself, because everyone played in such a dominating fashion. Their teams were winning, and I knew personally how hard it was to guard these guys one-on-one.
And the foul on Marcus Smart. That's his first foul. Some changes for Boston. Brown comes in for Tatum. And it's Kemba Walker in for Brad Wanamaker. Siakam is checked in for the Raptors. Lowry comes in for Hollis Jefferson. Lowry inside the line. Here's Siakam. Drops in the layup for 2. Siakam's got 6.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Oh, it's simple. When you fail to put a body on someone, you're inviting a breakdown on the defensive glass.
Davis in the corner. From deep. The shot off that time. Good work defensively by Smart. Cantor kicks to Walker. The Celtics working the ball around now. On the wing, Brown. And it's Norman Powell with the foul. That's his first foul. 17 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. The kick out to Walker for the 3. The putback, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Here's Tice. Oh, and he nails it just in time.
One eye.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, well, Boston had no problems getting going. They jumped out to a 6-0 lead as they strung together. That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Raptors trail by 16.
Well, that's 3 straight German League titles for Daniel Tice. I mean, before he made his NBA debut at the age of 24, he's an athletic two-way player, and he's shown he belongs.
And on the floor for Nick Nurse as we get into the second half. Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. Lowry out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Ibaka in at the 5 down low. Anunoby, no good. And last season, Daniel Tice shooting over 40% from long range. And Chris over 75% around the rim.
Yeah, Kevin, when you call that great efficiency, both inside and out, new contract this summer will reward his terrific play.
Ibaka looking for an opening. A three-pointer off the mark.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And it's VanVleet with the rebound. And it's Lowry with the ball. Brings it up for Toronto. They trail by 16. And here's Brown outside. Hands it from downtown. Brown's got 10 points.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
It's stolen by Brown. Tatum with it. Siakam's there. And there's the bucket from Tatum.
I love Hayward's activity and anticipation, and then the precision pass.
Van Vliet finds Siakam. Now Lowry to stop the run. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. And that's now 6 points for Kyle Lowry.
Oh, he just caught the defense napping. He shoots a very high percentage from three-point range, and there's no hand in his face.
And, you know, he's a threat from deep, no doubt about it, but it just has not been there for him tonight. You might want to change your game plan a little bit offensively.
Rebounded by the Celtics.
He's not an easy man to stop when he's attacking the basket. The D doing everything he can.
Tatum wide open. He fires one. Gets the three-pointer to fall. He's got 11.
This young man has worked on his form. Tatum was a decent outside shooter in college, but lethal here as a pro.
Lowry up top. He's got 6. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
To the inside, Siakam, and he lays it straight in.
His offensive skill set is off the charts. He has more than a few ways to punch.
Walker in the corner. And the pass to Hayward. 1:57 left to play here in the third. He dishes it to Tatum. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Tatum's got 13.
He's got the hot hand right now. As long as he can keep getting open, they've got to keep feeding him.
Siakam passes to Lowry. Back to Siakam. Out to the right wing. Just 5 to shoot. Lowry finds Siakam. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
He's been fantastic, but he can't do it all by himself. Some of the other guys need to lighten the load and step up.
Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. It's stolen by Lowry. And it's blocked by Brown.
Defense and stifling shooting.
Raptors trail by 16. Here's Van Vliet. And Tatum pulls it down. Tatum's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. The 3. But they recover it. From deep, Walker. Offensive rebound, Celtics. Toronto's gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And the fantastic end-to-end speed of Ibaka is so hard for opposing bigs to keep up with.
Well, a careless foul, and he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
Yeah, you hate to give up a foul on a three-point attempt.
Boston shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight.
And they've done some really nice work at the foul line, knocking down 80%.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Robert Williams, he's checked in for Daniel Tice. Williams comes in for Tatum. Smart's checked in for Brown. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Kemba Walker. Celtics leading by 16. Here's Smart. Passes it to Wanamaker. Down low. And here is Williams. The tray. The shot that time not on target. And so it's the Boston Celtics in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
How about the unselfishness? Night in and night out, we see guys trying to force their own agenda. Not that time.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. They've got Smart. Williams is out there with Enes Kanter. And it's Hayward. And it's Wanamaker in at the point guard position. That's the Boston 5. Hollis Jefferson passes to Powell. Outside, Davis. Boucher kicks to Davis. Toronto working the ball around now. Hollis Jefferson finds Powell over Smart and misses it off the right side of the rim.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Out to Hayward from downtown. The Celtics keep it going. A new 14-second shot clock. Smart, wide open, he fires. The basket good off the assist from Hayward.
And that's how you build confidence in your shot. Smart, able to set his feet off the catch and shoot.
The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play. Jason Tatum, he's checked in for the Celtics. Walker comes in for Brad Wanamaker. The Raptors also with a sub. Siakam's checked in. Outside Tatum. And it's Rondé Hollis-Jefferson with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Chris, are there specific types of plays where you feel the whistle gets blown maybe a little too often and a little too early?
Well, sometimes for a guard, when he's defending the guard and the pick and roll comes and fights through that pick, as a guard or offensive player, I can stop and let you bump into me and shoot the ball. I think the refs just have to be smart with it. Sometimes it's a foul, but every time it's not, just because of the situation or the flop. And also, you just don't want players to be bailed out when the defender is in a good position. But that's what makes the game so great, is the fact that as an offensive player, you got to try to manipulate and find out where you can sneak yourself in the gray areas of the rules. And as a defensive player, how can you use your skill, your will, and then your IQ not to get caught with your hand in the cookie jar?
Here's Davis. And the Raptors miss again. And it's Rondé Hollis-Jefferson with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. And Toronto making a change here. Lowry's checked in. Pass to Hayward. To the paint. Gasol with the steal. Lowry with the ball. It is picked up by Walker. Outside Lowry. And the Raptors miss again. Celtics leading by 18. Williams kicks to Tatum. For the three. The offensive rebound. And Williams is right there.
Yeah, hard trying to keep Williams off the boards. He makes it a mission to keep possessions alive.
Here's Lowry. Up and in on the layup.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here.
That's a good break. It's tough to connect on those long-distance passes.
Boston making some changes. Daniel Tice is checked in for Williams. And it's Brown in for Marcus Smart. Raptors also changing it up. Serge Ibaka is checked in for Gasol. OG Anunoby comes in for Norman Powell. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Davis. Shoots from 14. And Boston with the rebound. Tatum's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Tice. Off target with his 3. Raptors trail by 18. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Siakam. And Tatum pulls it down. Tatum's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
Yeah, and the ability to generate points off offensive rebounds, something Ibaka did a lot earlier in his career before he started spending so much time on the perimeter. And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority, very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Celtics.
2 great rebounding teams.
And these guys worked just a little bit harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And this will now push it to a total of 44 games in the win column on the season. And a lot of players tonight helped contribute to this performance, but in particular, a real good game it was for Jason Tatum.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
Outside, Walker. 3-pointer. Drills it from outside.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Now, that's why they're in the driver's seat right now, looking to put this one away.
Here's Siakam. Oh, that's blocked. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. And it's Brown that time on the assist by Hayward. And the Celtics lead by 21.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Well, this is what guys play for, and when it pans out like this, it's a great feeling.
Tice passes to Walker. Down low. Hayward outside. Takes the 3. And again, Boston with the triple.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Well, it had to be. These days, you need to stretch the floor somewhat to make everything else work.
That one doesn't go. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Chris...